alright gun, but yeah, this is a funny gun. You're so trash. So hello gamers and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you the most try-hard gun in every category in Phantom Forces. These are guns that people who try hard at the game will run. No hate to these guns. Make sure to comment your favorite gun to try hard with down below. And check down below if you're subscribed, see if you are, because a lot of people are not subscribed. And yeah, if you're liking the videos, please subscribe. But yeah, for assault rifles, we have the HK416. If you're above like rank 60, you've probably used this gun already, so I won't go into it too much. But yeah, suffice to say that people who try hard will run this gun pretty often. That's probably just because it's a 30 round 5.56 gun with a 405 shot. And yeah, it's a little bit generic, but honestly, versus some of the other try hard guns, it does feel pretty cool. Like a lot of them tend to be kind of similar guns. This is actually a pretty interesting gun. It does get a little bit of hate, but overall, I'm not like a huge like hater of this gun. I think it's an alright gun. There's a reason to use it. It shoots a little bit faster than your average 5.56 and it has a good 4-shot kill range. But next up, we have battle rifle, and this one is pretty simple. It is the Beowulf ECR specifically with 5.56, but I kind of hate 5.56, so I'm not really going to use it. The 5.56 one has 30 rounds and does like 4 to a 5 shot. It's very similar to the HK416. HK416 fires faster and does better damage overall, so I kind of like that one a little bit more. Sure, ECR 5.56, it's accurate, but is it cool? Is it interesting? Nah. Default ECR though, very fun, very interesting gun. This setup on it, which is not your regular sweat setup, I'm not gonna lie, but I can kind of pop off with the setup. The recoil on it is actually insane. The proper setup, because yeah, it actually becomes pretty accurate for a 2-shot at 780 RPM. Next up, we have probably the second most try-hard gun, which is the Honey Badger. Now, the Honey Badger is a decently good gun. It has 800 RPM and it's a 405 shot. If you guys couldn't tell, for these categories, these are going to be pretty similar guns. Don't worry, the next couple categories will be more interesting guns that actually have, you know, something super special about them. This one is suppressed, which is cool. And I really like the sound of this one. If you guys didn't know, a while ago it had this sound effect and then they changed it and then they changed it back. And I was like, yes, finally. I made an entire video when they changed this gun sound effect, just complaining about how they changed the gun sound effect. And then they changed it back, which was really nice of them, and yeah, it's a decent gun. Gun sounds are kind of underrated when it comes to like picking a gun you want to use, and I feel like this one does have a very nice sound effect. So if you like it because of the sound, I understand, but if you really think it's a broken gun or something, it's not really broken. It's a decent gun, but it's not broken. It does exactly what you kind of expect. Very generic damage, pretty good velocity, surprisingly, since it is a suppressed gun. But yeah, like I said, no hate to the gun itself. I just see a lot of people try-harding when they're using this gun. And the reason for that is probably just the fast reload time, especially now that some of the other ones I've gotten a nerf. The other 5.56 assault rifles, carbines, and stuff like that, they got a little bit slower reloads. However, this one, not so much. It still has that OG better reload, in my opinion. Not just for the speed of it, but for like how it feels. I really like this reload. And because of that, you basically get infinite ammo because you can just constantly reload. 10 kill streak, by the way. A lot of people might think the AA-12 is the most try-hard shotgun, but that's not really true. Tryhards are not going to be using that because they know that, objectively speaking, the Saiga-12 is actually going to be better in pretty much every single aspect. I think the highest shotgun kill gain ever is like over 200 definitely, and it's with the Saiga-12. And the reason for that is pretty simple. It has 350 RPM, it has 8 bullets, and it one-shots very effectively with birdshot ammo. This makes it an absolute menace to fight against because it shoots super fast and it does really, really good damage for the fact that it fires so quickly. It fires faster than the AA-12, but it can one-shot way more often. Sure, you don't get 20 rounds and you're like, okay, well, then more bullets better. Not necessarily. When you can one-shot, it doesn't really matter too much to have a bunch of bullets. Like 20 is cool and all, but even for that fight, I was missing a ton of shots and I still could easily kill that guy. And if you're just good and hit your shots initially, all you really need is 1 or 2 shots maybe for a person, as you can see there. What? And so having 20 bullets is not really necessary, and just holding down mouse 1 is not really the try-hard way. I guess with a regular auto, maybe, but those people, they tend to want to be like going for their, you know, shots. They're trying to hit their shots. And if you're kind of bad, you're going to more or less like lay down on the trigger. If you're kind of a try-hard, you don't want to do that. At least if you're like actually good at the game, you know, if you're try-harding and you're just not that great, maybe you'll do that. But laying down on the trigger is not really that effective because you can only kill like 1 guy per mag, or at least just kill less people per mag because you have to spend more time reloading. Next up, we have LMG, and this one's kind of weird. Right now, the most try-hard one might be the Colt LMG. A lot of people are Spirals, and Spirals basically uses this as like his only LMG. So the tryhards are like, okay, I'll just, you know, copy Spiral. And I can also see why this would be such a great gun to tryhard. It has pretty good recoil, very good velocity, very good damage, great RPM, and 60 bullets, and a fast reload time. This gun is extremely stacked, especially for a rank 0 gun. Probably the best rank 0 gun in the game, I'm not gonna lie. And if you really wanted to, I don't really do this. You can put 223 on this gun and have better recoil, but still still have similar shots to kill, which is cool. However, I don't really use that, but I can see why you would. Luckily, they are going to be nerfing the damage on this gun, at least to the torso, which is going to make it less reliant on using 223 and effectively make the recoil higher if you're a sweatier player, which is cool. Will it still be amazing? Yeah, it's still going to be a great gun. I feel like LMGs are just a little bit too good in this game, but that's just my opinion. I guess they have like slower walk speed, but they are extremely accurate. Overall, a great gun, one of my favorite LMGs. Next up, we have the PWs, and it's not the Colt SMG. It's actually the AUG A3 Para for this one. I don't think I've ever seen an AUG A3 Para user who wasn't super sweating, you know? Whether you're a person who just unlocked the gun and have a Z point on it, or somebody with a full setup, you're going to be kind of tryharding with this gun. Is it great? Yeah, it's a great gun. It's too good, I'm not gonna lie. It got a buff for no reason. It was a completely fine gun, and then they buffed it, and then everyone was like, oh my gosh, this is the best gun in the game. And then surprisingly, they didn't nerf the gun, but for some reason people stopped using it. Even though it's just as good, it's that much of a beam. I'm using an ammo type that increases the recoil, and this is an SMG, and it still kills from this far away very effectively, and it does great in close range as well. High RPM, 3-shot kill up close. It's absolutely insane how powerful this gun is. So basically every tryhard in the game was running this, and now not every tryhard is using it. However, everybody who's left using it are the people who understand the meta, understand the great guns. What are you doing? They're trying to get the highest kill games possible. Those people are still going to be running this gun because they understand the power of it. Because, like, it is a 9mm SMG. I should not be able to beam from this far away with it and also kill extremely quickly in close range as well. This gun is so incredibly stacked. I don't know why it has this little recoil. The velocity is incredible. It has higher velocity than, like, half of the assault rifle category. It has as much velocity as, like, the L85, the AUG A2. If you're a sweat, let's be completely real, you don't really care about non-automatic guns most of the time. So that's why I feel like the most sweaty DMR in the game is going to be the VSS. I really like the gun. I haven't really used it a ton lately. Every few months I'll switch between the VSS and the ECR because they're like kind of similar, but like they each do their own nice kind of thing. The automatic on the VSS is a little bit, not even a little bit, it's pretty bad for anything outside of like extremely close range because it just has a bunch of recoil. Also, you have to press V every time you spawn with it, which is super annoying. So that's why I don't really use it for like extremely sweaty all the time type gameplay. Since it's automatic, a lot of people will sweat with this thing for closer ranges, which I understand why. However, I just kind of prefer the ECR when it comes to sweating in close range because you can actually use the auto a little bit more effectively, and this gun is just a little bit whack when it comes to actually trying to use it in close range, I'm not gonna lie. For sniper, it's pretty simple, and it's the Steyr Scout. There's a few different types of sniper rifle users in this game. Some of them use torso kill guns and kind of crutch a little bit. Some of them are like, no, you can't use a freaking torso killing gun. You have to use Steyr Scout 5.56 because then it's gonna be more difficult to play the game because you gotta hit your headshots. But Scout tryhards are very, very tryhard. I like the gun. I think it's a really, really fun gun. No problem with people actually tryharding with it, but since you have to hit headshots and it fires so quickly, people are going to be like super, super tryhardy with it because they're going to be like constantly spamming you trying to hit that headshot if they can't like initially hit it. As you can see, it's a great gun. I love this gun. I don't have a problem with anybody tryharding with it. It's a very unique sniper rifle because of the high RPM, headshot at all ranges, but the extremely low body damage. It's a really, really good gun. I don't have any problem with anyone using it. I'm just saying people who use it are pretty tryhard. Like I said, no problem with that though. If you're going to try it in this game, try 5.56 on the Scout because if you're amazing, it won't be much of like a, you know, crutch to your play style. But if you're not as great as you think, it will make you better at the game because you will have to hit your headshots. Definitely one of the most unique guns in the game, so the fact that it is tryhard is cool. Pistols, let's be real, it is the XIX. Don't really got to explain this one at all because just everybody knows what this gun is. I can totally see why you would try hard with this gun because it one-shots, so it's pretty easy to use. Funny DMR pistol, dude. Oh, I headshot him. Yeah, 99 on that guy. Dude, that would have killed too. Oh my gosh, this gun is so good. Tryhard surprisingly have kind of moved away from the machine pistol class, but I might give it to the Scorpion. I see the Scorpion quite a bit for tryhardy type players. Maybe the ASMI, they like the lower recoil automatic guns. Kind of crazy because before everybody was using machine pistols, but for Revolver, you know what it's going to be, man. It's the Executioner. And for other, you could give it to Saiga 12U, I guess. But I feel like because it's basically the secondary version of the Scout, it's actually going to go to the Obrez. The Obrez has very similar RPM to the Steyr Scout, and it can headshot kill, but not really body shot. It does actually better damage than the Scout to the body. It's still not enough to like one tap a full health player or anything, so it is pretty reliant on the headshots. Okay. And also, kind of cracked, like it has a bit more drop, but it is literally a secondary. I don't know why people don't use it more, but for like tryhard other guns, this is like the main one I see. Not that I see many other guns because I feel like, you know, Super Shorty and this, I don't feel like Super Shorty is like super tryhard viable or anything. It's an alright gun, but yeah, this is a funny gun. You're so trash. How are you not killing me? Honestly, I kind of like this gun more than the Scout. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that the velocity is pretty bad. Very cool sounding gun. I think it's more, honestly, nice sounding than, and I know people are going to kind of get mad at me for this, the Mosin. I feel like it's better sounding than the Mosin. Very good bolt action rifle. That is also a secondary. How did you lose? You had an M14. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below your favorite of these guns, but I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.